Hello, boys and girls. Today, we are going to draw a very simple Lego person just like this. So let's go ahead and get started. As we're working, pause when you need to work on a specific area of your Lego person. Here we go. The first thing we're going to do is start with the top of our Lego person, so the head, and we're going to start about an inch down from the top of the paper, in the middle from side to side. I'm going to make a marshmallow. Kind of looks like one of those jumbo marshmallows that you see. I am working on a 9 by 12 inch piece of paper. So a jumbo marshmallow fits on it pretty nicely for the head. Once I have the head, I'm gonna add that important part of Lego to the top. After I finish this, I add my Lego person's neck. 2 little lines. They're about 1/4 of an inch long. I need to make the top of my Lego person's body. So I want to start out here, outside the line of the head. I draw straight across, staying parallel to the line that makes the head, and finish on the other side the same distance I did at the beginning. Now I'm going to look for the middle of my paper. Put my finger on the middle of my paper. Put a dot in the middle of the paper. That's going to be the bottom of my Lego person's shirt. I want to draw a line for their body that goes out further than the line above it. So I'll start at the dot. I'll draw straight out and stop when I get a little further out than what I can imagine would be up there. I'll make the same length of a line on the other side and try to stay straight. If it's hard for you to do this, sometimes it helps to get a ruler. Make any adjustments you need to. And then connect the top and bottom by curving the shoulders down, making a very steep hill down to the bottom and curve into that bottom section. Same symmetrical idea on the other side. Curve into the bottom section. The next thing I'm going to do is draw the leg lines. I kind of start at the bottom of the curve right here. And I'm going to draw straight down and stop about an inch from the bottom of the paper. Let's make a parallel line on the other side, stopping directly across from the first one. I'm going to put my finger between these 2 lines because this is how much space I want there to be between the 2 legs. Using my point as a guide, I go across with an imaginary line and make a dot. This is going to help me control my line better. Same on the other side. Imaginary line, make a dot. And now I'm going to connect my dot to my pants. Make any adjustments. There we go. I want to draw halfway up between the legs and the body. But first I need to add a line right under the shirt. So about 1/4 of an inch down, I draw a straight line across. I find the halfway point between this line and the bottom with my finger. I'm going to make an imaginary line up from here to the halfway point and put a dot. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Now I'll connect the dot to the bottom of the pants. We want to curve the legs in a little bit. So I'm going to put a sideways small smile line on either side. It also looks like the bottom half of a letter C. From that point, I'm going to draw straight up to the line and stop. Now I'm going to draw from the top of that little C line I made straight across. Keep it symmetrical and do the same thing on the other side. Time to make shoes. So I go up about 3/4 of an inch. Enough so I can draw some details on this later. Draw straight across. Our Lego person needs some arms. So let's start at the shoulder. We're going to make a curved line coming down. I'm going to stay pretty parallel to the body with my line and stop right across from the curve. This curve right here. Make the same, of course, on the other side. Please do not worry if these sides don't match. Mine don't match either. This leg is skinnier than this one. This arm is skinnier than this one. But that's okay. That's what happens when you draw things by hand. All right, let's make the end of the sleeves. You'll start at the end of the arm line. Make a slight curve up, not quite as tall, as bent as a rainbow, but just more like a little hill. Now we're going to make the wrists and hands. And for those, I'm going to get a little bit closer so that you can see the detail that comes with the wrists and the hands. Here we go. I'm going to start by making 2 lines that are about 1/4 inch in length coming out of the sleeve, but you'll notice they're not touching the sleeve. Now I want to make the hands. I'm going to put this one nearby so you can see just what we're going for. Think of it like a circle, but you don't draw all of the circle. You leave a nice, at least 1/4 inch gap right there. In order for these to look 3-dimensional, we're gonna make them have like a second layer to them, you'll see. So I'm going to look at the corner right here where this line that's straight makes a corner where it meets the round line. And I'm gonna start here and point my pencil or pen in the direction of that corner, but only make a line that long. This one is going to aim for that corner. These got a little close. That's okay. I think it's because I made my lines a little bit too long, but that's all right. Now I'm going to continue by drawing the line going all the way around, and it looks like a block letter C on its side. In order to make them look 3-dimensional, I start at the corner and draw another little C line on the inside. On the wrists, I'm going to make a slight curved line that matches the curve of the sleeve. And the last thing I'm going to do is finish the end of the sleeve by starting at the corner. And this is more like making this area a football shape. So I come down, go back up, and look at that. It makes it look three-dimensional. I'm aiming towards the middle of the wrist, halfway at the end and where the circle is. So that halfway point right there is where I'm aiming. And now you have your Lego person. There we go. So I hope you had fun drawing your Lego person today. And next time we will put on a face and add some color.